So instead of just making a short response, King Lincoln asked me about what my thoughts were on the Rayo versus Gervonta Tank Davis. I think I said something about this recently in other videos. It was a while ago, but I've said that Tank was possibly going to take Rayo as a fight. They were talking about this sometime last year, and then with Rayo getting the victory this year, they kind of made that a priority fight. But they wanted to take Williams Zepeda first. They actually were looking at Williams Zepeda. He wasn't an option, so they went with Rayo. But as you can look at it, bro, they've been trying to fight Chris Colbert, and all the guys that Chris Colbert either beat or lost to, Tank has fought lately. Basically, all the guys he's lost to. Because he lost to Hector Garcia. Tank ended up fighting him. And Hector Garcia came up from 130. And then at 135, Rayo, who Chris Colbert, came up from 130 to fight. And ended up beating him. And now he's getting the fight with Rayo's getting the fight with Gervonta Tank Davis. Possibly, I don't know. I don't know if it's confirmed yet. But from what I've seen, it would look like he gets the fight. You know what I'm saying? That's the style that Tank likes to fight. So I have no problem actually watching that fight if it happens in March. I would just like to see it this way. Just me personally. If we're going to have a fight like that and Tank's at that level, right? I just want to see more fights. I just want to see him a little more active. That's it. If we're going to have those type of fights, because like I've said already in the past, me personally, the fight I wanted to see with Tank was Edwin De Los Santos. I feel like the way you're supposed to do it, the way Floyd used to do it was, Floyd would say, oh, y'all think I should fight this guy? Instead of fighting him, I'm going to just jump in the ring and fight your best opponent and make him look bad and show you guys that you're not even on my level to even go fight. Like a lot of guys was talking about, even when people was asking Floyd to fight Adrian Broner, he went in there and fought Maidana. He kind of made it a point where he didn't even need to fight Broner. Indirectly, but he did. It made it seem like, hey, I don't need to fight him. But that's just the way it's going right now as far as with Tank. Like I said, I would have liked to see him fight De Los Santos. I feel like De Los Santos' style is closer to what Tank does. You know what I'm saying? But Tank might end up going in there having the same type of fight that because my thing is, didn't De Los Santos beat Rayo? So why would you fight? That was my whole thing from the beginning. I was like, yeah, I'm good with Rayo. Yeah, I'm good with Rayo. But then I was like, why would you not fight De Los Santos though? Because my thing is, show Shakur what he could have did with De Los Santos. But you know what I would have known though? De Los Santos would have went in there and did the same thing that he did against the Shakur fight. And Tank, they would have been gunshot. I feel like it. Because why not make that fight? That's what I see. In my eyes, I would make that type of fight. Why not? Rayo really hasn't done much to really kind of solidify himself as someone that is ahead of De Los Santos, especially after losing to him. So it's kind of like Tank's kind of reaching back a little bit. I was more in tune with Edwin De Los Santos. I wasn't thrilled at all with the Chris Colbert fight. I didn't want a Chris Colbert fight. I didn't feel like that didn't really interest me. That didn't interest me at all. I felt like he was kind of it's 130s, man. A lot of these guys are 130s. They're not really at 135. They've been at 135 a week. And then these are not top 135s. I want to see guys like at 130. I would have liked to see a few guys like even the guy that Frank Martin fought recently. The Artem guy, he's top 10. But these other guys, I don't know, man. I don't want to see Tank fight a guy who been knocked out already. Just me personally. Just me personally. Because what's gonna happen is somebody gonna have a puncher's chance, and we gonna keep doing that every fight until Tank get away with it. Not as far as like getting away with it. I'm just saying, like, if it's better competition to fight out there, I don't want to see those guys at 35. There's too many guys at 135. Just me personally, bro. I don't want to see Rayo fight Tank at 135. I think it's a good fight. I will watch it. There's a difference between something I will watch and something I won't. No. That's not one of the fights. If people say, hey, this is the last fight you can see of Tank. Do you want to see Rayo fight Tank? No, that ain't. For his last fight ever? No, no way. I wouldn't want to see him fight his last fight ever with one fight. I mean, with that fight, his last career fight against Rayo. Nah, that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I wouldn't want to see that. Don't want to see that. He hasn't really even put in much work, bro. Not to the point where he could be moving around like Canelo. Like, I gave Tank his credit already as far as having a pound-for-pound resume, moving around, 130, 135, 140. Everybody can't do that. But at the same time, bro, you start to push it after a while. Like, man, like, you giving him credit. We giving him credit, but he's starting to act like, yeah, whatever move I make, y'all better like it. Like, nah, it ain't gonna go like that. It don't go like that for nobody, bro. I don't even let Canelo get away with that type of stuff. I stay giving Canelo pressure about the fights he be giving and taking. And we just gonna let Tank get away with that? No. No, I don't think I hope he don't respect that. That's not gonna happen. You fighting out the family tree of Chris Colbert. You fighting all his opponents. You go from Garcia to Rayo to all these other guys, but now it's like, when we want you to fight those 35s that everybody asking about, you like, nah. I would like to see a lot of fights. Frank Martin, Isaac Cruz was up there. Shakur, that fight ain't even trying to get made. They just called him out Devin Haney. I'm like, man, he must be the star now. That's what it's looking like. Because he the only one getting called out right now. He getting star treatment right now. He getting treated like a boss and everybody else getting treated like a scrub. I don't know what's happening. I thought these guys knew what was going on in the game, man. They can't get Zepeda in the ring. They can't get a lot of people. They got Muratai out there. I'm telling you, it's a lot of talent out there. They waiting on Navarrete. These dudes weight bullying. That's what's really going on. I don't know, man. Rayo got a puncher's chance, though. He can go in there and make something happen, but we stretching it to the point where we just throwing anybody in there with Tank after he got in there with Barrios and thinking that because they got a knockdown in the last fight that it's going to happen. That's how he be tricking us, bro. He was like, oh, yeah, the last guy, he just got a knockdown, so he got a chance against me. Y'all see Rayo just knocked out Chris Colbert. And the fans be like, yeah, he did sleep Chris Colbert, so he definitely got a chance to get Tank. Nah, that ain't how it goes. That ain't how it goes. They gotta quit. Y'all gotta quit doing that, man. Tank be hustling off that kind of work. If we keep doing that, He gonna keep coming through with it. That's why I don't even pay attention to the Devin Haney and stuff. I don't want to just post fake fights all day. Like, oh, he planning to fight this guy. He always planning to fight somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't like to post it too much. Fans get tired of that. That drains you from the sport. Like, just seeing all these fights that ain't gonna happen. We already don't get the fights we want. Then to get excited about a fight that never gonna happen, don't nobody want to be seeing them kind of posts. Like even this fight right now, I don't know if this fight gonna happen. He might turn around and change his mind. There be a lot of fights that happen like that, where you be like, oh, it's gonna happen. Then turn around, never happen. That's what kind of throws off everything in boxing. Like, half of the fights we discussed don't even happen because of business or guys they going through with their mandatories. People need to start getting dropped when they go through these mandatories. That's what really messing up the game. All this step aside and stuff. Man, dudes ain't accept the fight, bro, they getting dropped. They gotta start all the way over. All the way over. I don't understand this new style of things they got going on. When they start doing stuff this way? If you ain't doing stuff the right way, you need to get dropped from the rankings. I thought Tank ain't, man, that's what I'm saying, bro. I thought Tank ain't care about no belts. He need to just be moving around, fighting whoever. He ain't gotta be on no set schedule. That's what I be confused about. I'm trying to figure out. After a while, I was like, oh man, I don't know what bro gonna do. I'm gonna just sit on the sidelines and figure it out like everybody else. I know the opponents he gonna fight, but I don't know what he gonna do. I definitely know what type of opponents he gonna fight. That's why when y'all be hearing him yelling at Haney and stuff like that, and all the other stuff going on, him and Ryan, bro, like, they be doing the same stuff, bro. Y'all don't be noticing it. Then when they get quiet, you know what that means. It's a fight finna happen. They get quiet for a reason. It's a fight definitely about to happen. He ain't just shut up for no reason. Like, he been doing certain stuff, especially when he was, I ain't gonna say he been marketing lately, but he been in the news lately, so that's a sign most of the time that an athlete or a boxer definitely is finna make some moves. Because a lot of times these guys be all in the news for no reason. People don't even be noticing it though. But he was in the news for some good reasons this time. It wasn't no bad reason. But I don't know, man. I don't know if we want to accept this right now. I don't feel like this is good enough. In my eyes, it probably ain't what the fans really wanted. If you had to put on the scale, I mean, it probably is like 33% of the fans, but that's just because of the knockout of the year. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand that this is the style that Tank prefers. We're trying to see him in there with a different kind of style. We don't want to see him in there with a guy he can go punch for punch with. I'm not saying Rayo ain't good with you, I'm just saying. I don't know why. I would have preferred De Los Santos. I don't know why. Just cause, like, all that talking, like, make a point, bro. You talking about, oh, the Shakur thing off now. So it was on? So it was a chance it was gonna happen? So prove why we shouldn't, that you can do a better job. That's what I wanted to see. I heard so many people saying that De Los Santos was decent, so I want Tank to show us that he wasn't as decent as everybody said he was. Or if he would have did that, that would have been a bigger statement than fighting Rayo. Do y'all agree? I think so. Me personally, I think so. I feel like him going out there knocking out Rayo ain't gonna do nothing. Because it ain't like Rayo just beat Ryan Garcia or somebody. So I feel like Rayo going out there ain't really gonna do nothing. I don't think that's really gonna do anything. Beating Ryan Garcia, that would have did a big deal, but it's not Ryan Garcia though. But with Isak Cruz not getting the fight, Williams Zepeda not getting the fight, I didn't hear about anything about Frank Martin being offered. I was hoping he was gonna be an option. In my mind, I felt like they would have something in the house for this Amazon fight coming up. But right now, it doesn't look like he was ever an option. I would have to see, but maybe he's had talks with Gervonta Davis' team as far as having a fight. They got it all around. I know Frank Martin is with Earl Spence, so I would have always thought that fight would have got made. I think they had those talks about that, what, a year and a half, 2 years ago? Probably a year ago. They was going back and forth about that. But I don't know. It's probably not as real now as it was back then, but it still probably could be an option. That's a good fight in my eyes. I feel like Frank Martin did a lot in the 135 division already. A lot of guys just don't want to face him in the division. I don't know why though. Definitely don't know why. But the Rayo fight, it's definitely gonna be entertaining because he has a lot of power. He has a chance to. He's a good boxer. He has a good chance of defeating Gervonta Davis. Definitely has the right style to do it. Has everything in the toolbox to do it, but would he be able to do it? I don't know. It'll make for a good fight, but is this something the fans want to see right now? Man, I don't know, man. Only way I would accept this if I see Tank fight like 3 times this year. I mean, I'll probably be good with it, but I don't know if he'll fight 3 times this year. I don't really see that happening. I can't see him fighting 3 times this year and then having 3 big fights with 3 big names. I don't know, I just don't see it. I don't know if a Rayo fight is a big fight. How big is that fight gonna be? You know what I'm saying? You fighting guys that was on co-main events now. Really? And Tank talking about Devin Haney got to do what? He got to sell what pay-per-view? He got to do what? Man, please. Anybody get in my comments talking about that ever again? And I was a Tank fan before all y'all. Anybody get in my comments talking about what Devin Haney got to do and Bill Haney and all this other crap? Bro, ain't nobody, Rayo ain't selling no pay-per-views and he ain't did nothing. He done got knocked out and everything. Hey, don't get on here talking about he deserved a fight over anybody. I'm not trying to hear that, bro. Tank cherry picking like I don't know what. Definitely, he bringing that turn back to life. I was gonna let him slide with his Zepeda thing. I'm like, all right, Zepeda a top contender, he undefeated. All right, I'll let that slide. But this other one, I'm like, nah, I can't let this slide. No way. No, I can't let that slide because he not even trying to let them guys even he not even trying to let them guys even get in. I'm like, dang, really? I'm like, Zepeda, Isak Cruz, Rayo, who else next? That's all I was asking. I'm like, who else next? Because none of the names that I want to see is on that list. He's not really fighting guys that we really was looking at. We wasn't looking at Rayo not too long ago. Definitely wasn't looking at Rayo not too long ago. That's what kind of shocked me about everything. I'm like, we wasn't even looking at Rayo not too long ago, but now all of a sudden Tank's kind of invested in looking at a fight with Rayo. I'm like, wow. You see how fast that happened? That happened very fast. I think they already had this in plans, man. A lot of these guys already had the heads up months ago. That's why they didn't have any other plans for a fight. They kind of already knew what they wanted and what they were going to do, so it's not really shocking to anybody except the fans. I know Eastside Cruz just got the news, so I know he was pretty shocked. Probably thought that he was going to be up for a rematch. But at this time, like he said, he ain't waiting no more on Tank. But shoot, you've been waiting, so you've been waiting for a while now, so I don't know when you were going to give up waiting, but you have been waiting for a while now, so I'm just glad he's starting to slow down on the waiting, because that's taking too long, bro. That's too much time to be waiting on Tank. Tank ain't did enough. Nah, not for you to be sitting up here and waiting your whole career. That fight you and Tank had, that put you on the map, but it ain't did enough to where you just, nah. That fight ain't gonna do you like how other fights is. It's not like how when Floyd fought certain guys and then blow them up. I mean, it's close to being like that, but I don't know. Because Canelo, he's selling pay-per-views, and he lost every round. So it's just a different level when you fight certain guys. But hopefully the fans, I don't know, man. I hope they ask for more after this fight, hopefully, because right now they good with it. They complain about Tank's resume, but leading up to the fight or before, they really be cool with certain opponents he picks. I don't know why. I don't know why, but they be the same way with Canelo though, so I can't really trip about it. Canelo done made it okay. Now it's like, cause we don't have champions just fighting the best guy who's next. We got them like, yeah, I'm choose him. I choose him. Like, nah, you can't choose nobody in boxing. You fight the best. You don't choose nothing. But that's what we losing now. People don't know that no more. But that's all I got though. Like and subscribe.